Hello, hello, hello. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're good, we're good. We're good. We're good. Thank you very much. Hello everybody, welcome to the Redmen TV. My name is Ben Kelly and this is the Liverpool Development Watch. I've got the most exciting job in the office this week because I'm going to tell you exactly what's happened over the international break rather than doing the loan stuff this week. Obviously, all the players have been out doing their various international duties, so I'm super excited to bring you the super exciting news from the international break. I was super excited to be doing the research for this at 1 o'clock this morning because that's just the hard-working, devoted man that I am to bring this all to you. 14 players were called up for international duty, except for Jordan Henderson, who pulled out of the England squad with a thigh injury. I think this is more of a case of a can't be arsed syndrome, just purely because these are the two most pointless England games in the world. It was terribly boring for starters against Germany on Friday night, so I don't blame Jordan Henderson for wanting to pull out if that's been the case. He might have a bit of a twig and then has just decided, you know what, I can't be arsed travelling all the way to London and sharing a dressing room with Jesse Lingard and playing in the two most pointless games of my life. So I'm going to stay fit and play for Liverpool on Saturday instead, which, as many of you may know, I am a fan of Jordan Henderson. I want him in the Liverpool team fully fit to play Southampton on Saturday, so I can't argue with that. The same with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, actually. I'm more than content that he wasn't called up to the England squad. Obviously, he's hit a little bit of form over the last few weeks for the Reds, and it would have been warranted to think if Gareth Southgate had taken the decision to put Ox in there, but you know what, fine by me, he's not called him up, he's given some of the young players a go instead, and Oxlade-Chamberlain's going to be fit and ready for Southampton on Saturday, so that's perfectly fine. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Dom Solanke were called up for England under 21 duty. Solanke scored in a 2-0 win on Friday, but now Solanke's been called up to the senior squad for the Brazil game. Phil Jones dropped out of the senior squad after picking up an injury against Germany. Joe Gomez, of course, his senior England debut was made against Germany at Wembley on Friday. He was the replacement for Phil Jones. He got 65 minutes. Did okay. He was slated a bit on Twitter, which I thought was a bit harsh. I didn't see too much of the game, and to be honest, I'd had a couple of pints, so I wasn't completely aware of what was going on the entire time. But it seemed okay to me. I don't think it was particularly warranting the backlash on Twitter that he got, but hey, that's just Twitter. We all know what a ball ache Twitter can be when a little bit of negativity spreads like some sort of tumour. Anyway, we'll move on to Phil Coutinho and Bobby Firmino, who were both called up for the Brazil squad, but didn't feature in a 3-1 win during Japan. And you may think, oh, this is brilliant, but they'll both probably play 90 minutes against England on Tuesday. We're on Monday. Yes, tomorrow night, Tuesday. They, obviously, the thing about this is they're going to play 90 minutes. However, what we have to look at is the game is at Wembley, so they're not making that massive journey across back home from Brazil. They're just getting on a coach and driving back up to Liverpool. And expanding on that, we have two pieces of Phil Coutinho news. Obviously, Phil Coutinho is one of the most in the eye of the media football players at the moment. First of all, he has said to, I think it was in a Brazilian press conference, that he's happy at Liverpool at the moment. He says that he's 100% happy at Liverpool and playing in one of the biggest leagues in the world. He says, I'm always happy, but now it's important to concentrate on the national team. At the moment, I'm very happy with my life. Now, what bothers me about that quote is the fact that he says leagues. Now, maybe I'm fixating on things. I'm very much an analytical guy when it comes to quotes like this, but the fact that he says leagues and not clubs in the biggest leagues in the world and not clubs says to me that really he's just happy to be in England and playing in the Premier League rather than specifically at Liverpool. Maybe we're not on the pitch the most successful team in the world at the moment. That's clear for all to see, but we're still one of the biggest clubs in the world. We're still definitely one of the biggest clubs in England, and maybe just the way he's said it has come across differently to what he means, and he really is happy at the club, in which case that's fine. I still expect him to be gone by the time next season starts. That's just the way I see it going. I think we'll pick out a replacement and we'll ship it. And we'll ship him off for £130 million. That's the way I see this situation going down. But for now, he says he's happy. He's going to give him his all. He says he's 100% fit. That's the other piece of news. He's 100% fit to play again. So he'll play tomorrow night against England, and hopefully he'll be starting on Saturday against Southampton. And that moves us on to Sadio Mane, who, for God's sake, got himself injured again, apparently. When he went away on international duty in October, we all thought, for fuck's sake. And then he got himself injured, and we all thought, for fuck's sake. And then, on the back of that, Senegal said, oh, it doesn't matter, even though he's got this injury, we're still going to take him away for international duty next month anyway, and we're all going, for fuck's sake. He recovers, he plays against West Ham, he plays well, he goes away on international duty, and now he's back early because he's complaining of the old injury again, and he's flown back to Melwood for treatment, and suddenly we're sweating on the fitness for the Southampton game. For fuck's sake. When will we ever see the front four that we want to see? We want to see Coutinho, Firmino, Mane, Salah, and Lallana. That's 5. Those 5 in the same team. When will we ever see it? Will we ever see it? Who knows? Coutinho might go in January, and we'll never see him again. We'll never see that front 5. Jesus. Okay, let's just hope. Let's just hope and pray that Mane is just feeling a bit of muscle strain, and it's all going to be fine, and he'll start on Southampton against Southampton on Saturday. Emre Can played 23 minutes against England and could start versus France on Tuesday. Dejan Lovren played the entirety of 2 games for Croatia in a 4-1 aggregate win over Greece Thursday and last night, meaning they qualified for the World Cup. Not seen the Greece goal, but it was probably his fault, let's be fair, if he played 180 minutes. No, he didn't. He played 180 minutes. He played 180 minutes. He was probably at fault for something. I'm joking, Dejan. If you're watching, I love you. Ben Woodburn got just under half an hour in a 2-0 loss to France for Wales. Obviously, it's always good to see him getting game time for his country. France are a good team. Wales haven't qualified for the World Cup. They lost 2-0. It was a pretty standard result. I didn't watch it. I don't know anybody who watched it, but Ben Woodburn got half an hour, so good for him. Gini Wijnaldum played 90 minutes for Scotland. No, he didn't. He played 90 minutes for the Netherlands against Scotland. However, Andrew Robertson played for Scotland against the Netherlands, also in the same game. I've completely forgotten what the score is, and it's not in my agenda. It wasn't important. Neither of them were qualified for the World Cup. It was just a friendly, but neither of them scored or assisted. That's the key information that you need to know. They both played 90 minutes. And finally, Naby Keita didn't play for Guinea as they lost 3-1 to Congo. They haven't qualified for the World Cup anyway. But on the bright side, it's 231 days until Naby Keita signs for Liverpool. And that is your Keita countdown for this week, ladies and gentlemen. The rest of the players who you think I may have forgotten at this point either didn't get on the pitch or made a 2-minute appearance that's completely insignificant. Divock Origi from Belgium, for example. So take it as granted. If I haven't mentioned them, they did nothing at all. Yeah. I have a piece of paper glued to the camera, and I need to change it. And onto the youth side, still sort of keeping with the international theme. Elia Dixon-Bono, Louis Longstaff and man Curtis Jones, all called up to the England under-17 squad. Curtis Jones played an hour on Friday against... this is rubbish. Who did they play?
A few moments later.
Russia. They played Russia. There you go. They played Russia. Curtis Jones played an hour. There you go. Worth the wait, wasn't it? Harry Wilson was called up to the Wales under-21 squad and played 90 minutes in a 4-0 loss to Bosnia on Friday. This is part of their qualification for next year's under-21 European Championships. They currently sit 4th in the group, and they are actually some way off where they need to be to qualify. I think they're 4 points off the top. They sit 4th. They're not playing well. It's not looking great. And of course, that meant that Harry Wilson wasn't involved in the under-23s Liverpool under-23 game against Newcastle at Prenton Park on Friday night. Now, they came from 1-0 down to win 2-1. Ovie Ejaria scored a great goal. It was the first game, actually, that Rhian Brewster had been back since winning the Under-17 World Cup. Played quite well. The whole team played quite well. It was a good, solid win. They deserved it overall. I've only seen the highlights, but it looked like that we had the majority of the momentum in the game. Correct me if I am wrong. Next up for them is the derby with Everton on Saturday night. I'm going to go. I'm really excited for it. It's £3 for adults, £1 for children, free for LFC season ticket holders and members. Get yourself down to Prenton Park, Tranmere's ground, on Saturday night. If you've got nothing better to do and you love footy, I'm going. Come with me. Don't come with me, but I'll see you there, maybe. Finally, the under-18s didn't play, but they are against Middlesbrough on Saturday, away from home, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is your development watch for this week. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Ben Kelly. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Vole, at bkelly776. Subscribe, like, do all that stuff. Leave a comment, do whatever you want. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.